So right now, most people think AI is just something you talk to. You ask questions, you get answers, maybe some code, maybe some explanation. But behind the scene, something much bigger is happening. AI is starting to move from answering questions to actually building real systems. Not just suggesting, not just guiding, but actual building. So until recently, there was always a wall between AI and real tools like Power BI. You could ask AI how to create measures, you could ask how relationships work, but you still had to open Power BI yourself. Create tables manually, write decks manually, fix relationship manually, and test everything manually. So AI could help you think, but it could not act. And that was the limitation. And this is where MCP comes in. So MCP stands for Model Context Protocol. It is a new standard that allows AI to directly connect to real software system through something called an MCP servers. So it acts as a secure bridge between AI and real tools. It exposes operations like creating tables, modifying columns, and running queries, and managing semantic model in a structured way that AI can understand and execute safely. So before MCP, AI could only describe what to do. So with MCP, AI can actually do it. So Microsoft's Power BI Modeling MCP Server is a perfect example of this shift. So it allows AI agent to connect directly to your Power BI semantic model in Power BI desktop, Fabric, or project files. Once connected, AI can see the structure of your model, tables, columns, measures, relationship, and more importantly, it can modify them. So you can simply say create a year-over-year sales growth measures and AI will implement the DAX measures. You can ask it to analyze naming conventions and it can rename hundred of objects automatically. You can ask it to document your entire semantic models and it can generate full documents with business friendly explanations. So what used to take in hours can now happens in seconds. And luckily, I also had an opportunity to be part of the official early testing group for this Power BI modeling MCP servers before its public release. Special thanks to Rui Romano, Principal Program Manager at Microsoft, who gave me early access and the opportunity to explore and test this capability firsthand. Seeing AI directly interact with semantic models before launch made it very clear where BI development is heading. So basically now that you have a proper introduction to the Power BI Modeling MCP server, let me show you how to actually use it. The setup is surprisingly simple. First, download and install Visual Studio Code. Then install GitHub Copilot and Copilot Chat extension. Next, install the Power BI Modeling MCP Visual Studio Code extension. And this extension enables GitHub Copilot to connect directly to your Power BI semantic model. And now, this is where I need your attention. Install one more extension called Hugging Face Provider for GitHub Copilot Chat. And I will tell you what this extension do. So this extension allow you to use Hugging Face hosted open source models directly inside GitHub Copilot Chat, including high performance model hosted on SambaNova. So this means you can now query, analyze and modify your Power BI semantic models using SambaNova-hosted models. And why this is so important? Because Power BI semantic models can be complex. They can contain dozens of tables, hundreds of measures, relationships, calculated columns and DAX logic. For an MCP server to operate effectively, it needs a model that can process context fast and respond quickly. And this is where SambaNova hosted models fit perfectly. They provide extremely fast inference speed, which makes the interaction smooth, responsive, and practical for real modeling workflows. You can ask questions like what tables are in my model, explain relationship between tables, create a new measures, optimize my DAX, document my semantic model, and it happens almost instantly. So in the next part, I will show you a quick demo of the Power BI Modeling MCP server using SambaNova-hosted GPT-OSS-120B model and how AI can directly query and operate your Power BI semantic models in real time. And this is where AI stops being just an assistant and it starts becoming a real BI development partner. We'll also enjoy a live demo on global sales data. So AI is now entering the world of BI and it's changing everything. So what used to take months to build dashboard can now happen in minutes. So instead of waiting for reports, stakeholders can now ask questions and get answers instantly. And this gives them more control and help organizations make faster, more confident decisions. And junior analysts can move faster without being blocked by complex modeling. And senior teams can focus on strategy instead of repetitive tasks. So instead of spending weeks learning structures, queries, and relationships, they can move faster, understand faster, and contribute faster. So we are moving from slow, static dashboard to real-time AI-driven intelligence. And this is not just an upgrade to BI. This is a completely new way of making decisions. Thanks for watching the video. If you need any help or support, I am always happy to help and support. And see you in the next video.